we'll try to understand what are the presenting parts of each cerebral hemisphere. The right and left cerebral hemispheres are separated by a deep fissure known as median longitudinal fissure. Now, what do we mean by a fissure? How is it different from sulci? As you can see, the entire surface of the brain has depressions and then elevations, right? The depressions are referred to as sulci, the elevations are referred to as gyri. Fine? The human brain till 4th month of life will not have any sulci. Fine? Lateral sulcus is the first sulcus to make its appearance at about fourth month of intrauterine life. Till then, the entire brain looks like a smooth mass. Such brains are referred to as lissencephalic. Fine? The literal meaning of lissencephalic is smooth. The adult brain is known as gyrencephalic because it is thrown into a number of folds. Fine? So remember, sulci are depressions, gyri are elevations between them. When the sulci have a depth, you refer it to as fissure. Fine? So two cerebral hemispheres are separated by a median longitudinal fissure. The median longitudinal fissure lodges what dural fold? Fox cerebri, and hence it is related to two dural venous sinuses, superior sagittal and inferior sagittal. If we separate the two cerebral hemisphere, the floor of the median longitudinal fissure is formed by what structure? Corpus callosum. Can you see that band of white matter? Fine. So that band of white matter that you appreciate, that is the corpus callosum. Fine. So floor of the median longitudinal fissure is formed by corpus callosum. Done. Each cerebral hemisphere is divided into different presenting parts. Okay. It has a convex superolateral surface, a flat medial surface, and then an irregular inferior surface. Fine. So when we talk about individual cerebral hemispheres, they are made up of three surfaces, three borders, and three poles. Right? The surfaces, again I'll repeat, the superolateral surface, which are convex, the medial surface which faces the median longitudinal fissure and is flat, right? And then the inferior surface which is irregular, right? Once we have identified the surfaces, what are the borders, right? The first border that you can identify is this. This is very good, superomedial border. Superomedial border separates what surfaces? Superolateral surface and medial surface, right? So this is the superomedial border. Fine. Similar to that, we have two more borders. Okay. One is the inferolateral border, separating inferior surface from superolateral surface. The other one is inferomedial border, which separates inferior surface from medial surface, right? Because of the presence of the parts of the brainstem, the inferomedial border is further subdivided into a medial orbital border, right? And if we see the posterior aspect, I'll just keep it down. Can you identify this border? This is referred to as the medial occipital border. In other words, the inferomedial border is divided into two parts. An anterior part referred to as medial orbital border and a posterior part referred to as medial occipital border. Are we clear? So this is regarding the borders. Fine, the three borders. Then the three poles are the anterior most part or the anterior most projecting part is referred to as the frontal pole. The posterior most parts are referred to as occipital poles, and the most inferior parts are referred to as temporal poles. Fine. So this is regarding the presenting parts of each cerebral hemisphere. Fine. In your exam, let's imagine if you get superolateral surface of the brain, and the question is, uh, discuss the superolateral surface of the brain. Now, this is how you should make a beginning. Once you show the superolateral surface, show them the borders, and then the other surfaces, the poles, and then you can go and explain. Are we clear with the borders, surfaces, and poles? Done? Okay. So what we'll do next is we'll focus only on the superolateral surface.